Please help me reach 1,000 subscribers. If you enjoy the stories on my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Your support genuinely motivates me to create more. Now, let's dive into today's story. I can still hear the echo of his footsteps fading down the hallway, calm, steady, almost unnervingly composed. He walked away as if I hadn't just dropped the final grenade on what was left of our relationship. That's when it hit me. I had lost a battle I never should have started. It began innocuously, or at least that's what I kept telling myself. Jason and I had been together nearly 3 years. Not perfect for each other, but we complemented one another in a way that usually worked. Lately, though, it felt like he barely noticed me. Long hours at work, forgotten little rituals, no acknowledgement of the effort I put into anything. Maybe it sounds shallow, but going from being someone's priority to feeling like background noise does something to you. That's when I made the dumbest choice of my life. Liam, a coworker. Tall, confident, charming. The type with a clever line ready at all times. He wasn't even my usual type, but he noticed me every day. Compliments, remembering how I took my coffee. A smile that made me feel like I mattered. That attention was intoxicating. I drifted toward it. At first, it was subtle, laughing a little louder around Jason while texting, leaving my phone face up so he could see Liam's name. At a night out with friends, letting my hand linger on Liam's arm just long enough. I wanted Jason to feel replaced the way I felt, but he didn't react, not a twitch. He never asked who Liam was, never seemed jealous, never even mildly annoyed. I escalated, dressing up more, tight outfits, bold makeup, heels that made errands a challenge, staying late at work with Liam, making sure he saw the messages, laughing loudly when Jason was in the next room. Still nothing. It drove me crazy. One night, I came home wearing a dress I hadn't worn to work. Jason was on the couch, half asleep, a book resting on his chest. I stood there silently, practically begging him to question me, to demand answers. He looked up, gave a small smile and said, "Hey, you want something to eat?" Furious, I went to bed, mad at him and at myself. Why didn't he care? Was I really that easy to let go? Meanwhile, Liam soaked up every ounce of attention I gave. He claimed he felt a connection, loved being around me. And though I convinced myself I hadn't crossed emotional lines, I was already gone. 2 days later, I pushed it further. I invited Liam to a party Jason and I were attending. Jason barely reacted when Liam arrived. But when Liam's hand brushed my back, leaned in to whisper, I finally saw Jason watching. This was it. I thought he'd finally act. Instead, he walked over, looked me in the eye, and said quietly, "We're done, aren't we? No yelling, no scene, no tears." I froze. "What are you talking about?" I asked. He gave a small, humorless laugh. "You really think I didn't notice? The distance, the games, the way you tried to provoke me." I stayed silent because I didn't want to be controlling or jealous. I thought maybe you'd come back, but you didn't. You picked him. And just like that, he turned and left. I sat on our bed for hours, replaying every moment. Every scheme to provoke him felt childish. Jason wasn't detached, he was deeply hurt. He had enough respect for himself to leave without creating drama. Liam tried to comfort me afterward, thinking he'd won. But the second I looked at him, I realized he had only ever been a distraction. Jason was the one who had always shown up, always stayed steady. I just didn't see the value until I destroyed it. In the following weeks, I tried reaching out, messages, calls, even showing up at his place. He never responded, and I couldn't blame him. I hadn't just broken his heart. I humiliated it. A year passed. Last month, I saw him by chance in a bookstore. He looked lighter, content. Beside him was a girl. No dramatic makeup, no flashy clothes, just gentle, peaceful energy. Jason leaned into her with the warmth he once gave me before I turned everything into a performance. He noticed me, nodded politely, and returned to her. No anger, no resentment, just calm acceptance. And that was what hurt the most. I froze there, holding a book I didn't intend to buy, realizing he wasn't angry because he no longer held on to any of it. He had healed. He had moved on. I was the only one stuck in the ruins. When I got home, I broke down completely, finally accepting reality. He wasn't coming back. I had pushed him away, trying to make him jealous, thinking it would pull him closer. Instead, I pushed him out and became someone he could no longer respect. Jason wasn't perfect. He could be distant, forgetful, lost in his own world. But he was loyal, steady, good. I mistook stability for boredom, routine for lost love. I wanted sparks, drama, tension, and I confused that craving for a problem in our relationship. What was broken was me. I could have talked, expressed feeling unseen, asked for more effort. Instead, I played a foolish game of emotional chicken and expected him to chase me. He didn't. He had boundaries and I crossed them. Liam and I fizzled within weeks. Without secret thrills, there was nothing left. He liked the reckless, flirtatious version of me. Not the real me. Months later, I began therapy, not to get Jason back, though I think of him still, but to understand why I sabotaged something good for attention. I've written letters I'll never send. I tried to provoke you. Now I'm drowning in regret. He deserves peace, and he found it. I was the one who treated our love like a game. And once love becomes a competition, you've already lost. Please help me reach 1,000 subscribers.